Hi folks, it's Mike with GetMyTips.com with a tip for you on how to make some delicious individually sized pizzas using Thomas's English muffins. Sometimes you come home from work and you have a craving for pizza, or maybe it's late in the evening and you don't want to order an entire pizza. You don't want all that leftover pizza because, let's face it, it's not that good. Well, you may not know this, but you can use English muffins to make some really good English muffin pizza. Let me show you how that's done. Now, before you start to assemble your ingredients, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and allow it to get hot while you prepare the English muffins. Okay, before we begin assembling our English muffin pizza, I want to show you a technique that I found on how to separate English muffins. The debate goes on about whether you should break them apart or you should use a knife. Well, I found, believe it or not, a spoon works very well. Let me show you. We take the muffin and just go like this. Take your spoon, go in there, and there you go. You have it right apart. Sometimes it's a little stiffer. You just go around the other side. You're not using a knife, you're not cutting it, and you're helping break it apart. Now, obviously, like every other pizza, toppings vary wildly. But me personally, I just like on my English muffin pizza some mozzarella and some pepperoni. Now, because you're using English muffins, they're pretty bland in taste, and you need to bump that flavor up. And you can use a garlic butter, one like this, or you can use a garlic spread, or if you like, you can use regular butter and garlic salt. If you like your English muffin pizza crispy like I do, you're going to want to pre-toast the muffin before you put it in the oven. And that's because when we add this garlic butter and the pizza sauce, it tends to make the center a little doughy. I personally don't care for that. So let me bring in the toaster and we'll get her toasted up. Okay, while we anticipate the toaster, oh, there it is. All right, we'll set these off to the side. We'll take the muffin out of the toaster. It could be a little crispier, but it'll be fine. We're going to take some, let me set this over here out of the way. And we're going to take some of this garlic butter and spread it right on the, let me grab a knife. Muffins, we're going to spread it right on the muffins. A liberal amount. This was in the refrigerator, so it's a little hard, but that's fine. It'll soften up pretty quick. All right. Next, we can take a Alfredo sauce if you like, but I prefer the standard pizza sauce. This happens to be the Giant Eagle brand. Put just a little bit on the muffin. And of course we lick the spoon. That's good. Now, what I do is I put the pepperoni on before I put the cheese on. And the reason for that is if you put the cheese on first, then the pepperoni, when the cheese starts to melt, it has a tendency to slide the pepperoni around, and sometimes it can slide right off the side. Now, another thing too is, you notice I'm preparing these on a plate as opposed to on the pan. Well, the oven's ready, as opposed to preparing them on a pan. If you prepare it on a pan, then this extra spilt cheese is going to burn. So we're going to put it on a dark pan because a dark pan is going to make the bottom crispy. Okay, looks like the timer is about to go off. Let's check our English muffin pizza. All right, let's pull that out here. Oh, wow. Oh, does that look good? That looks really good. What you can do is cut those up into wedges and serve them with some pizza sauce or Alfredo sauce. Well, there you go, folks, a tip on how to make some delicious English muffin pizza. For more tips like this, visit our website, getmytips.com. Like us on Facebook so you'll be notified as soon as I post another video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and while you're at it, you should send this video to a friend. I think that's a great idea. Thanks.